and Negroni.
I was going to say the same thing.
Magliato. With Prosecco in it.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
You choked on popcorn, yes, and then...
Sorry.
I don't think Jesus turned water into Prosecco. I've always said that. I've always said that.
Joey would love that.
Thank you. I want you to know, I was trying to be more emotive in my eyes, because last week you were dancing, but you looked dead in the eye.
Oh yeah, you remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I watched every episode at least twice just to get a couple views on there.
Yeah, you were like, did you see it?
No, I mean, kind of. I kept rewinding because I would miss it, and then I'd be like, "Oh shoot, I meant to rewind and watch to see." It's
like the most watched part. It's like at the beginning, it's just you looking for your own, looking at your own self. I want to show you what I have for a snack really quick because I want to eat it right now. So I'm gonna show it.
Okay, I just ate. So are those Peeps?
Yeah.
I used to love Peeps. Whoa, what the heck? Did you hear that? Mm-hmm. Let me fix that.
I love Peeps. I get shit on so much for eating Peeps. People are like, ew, meh. I'm like, okay, it's literally just sugar. Ever eaten a marshmallow? Relax. But, whenever I have, a sweet, craving, if you eat 2 of them, it's 55 calories, and then I'm, set. I don't need any more sweets for either the rest of the day or right now, this will be the sweets that I eat.
You know that if you have a craving for sweets, you're supposed to eat something salty and it'll make the sweet craving go away.
It doesn't. I just ate something salty and now I'm like, ooh, I need something sweet. I just ate something salty.
Have you seen that guy, the sweet treat guy on Instagram? Oh wait, you don't have social media. Let me see if I can find it.
But anyway, there's people out there that, when they're on their little health kick and stuff, they try to, make low calorie desserts and stuff because people still have these sweet tooths. So I'm like, don't shit on me for trying to eat Peeps when I only eat 2, and it's 55 calories. Or if I eat 4, 110. That's what most people are making when they make these desserts. So I'm like, I can just have it in my own form. Now, I'm not saying these are healthy, but...
they're all right. They're not bad. Oh, what is that guy's name? The sweet treat guy.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I bet I sent one to Maddie. I definitely have, so I gotta scroll until I find it.
What if I just Google it?
I tried, just searching sweet treat guy on Instagram, and I couldn't find him, so...
Okay, No, I just Googled it. What the heck? Cute mixed guys on Instagram? Is it? It's not the sweet tooth guy, is it? At sweet tooth guy, at guy who makes sweet treats, at the sweet guy.
No. Where else have I sent?
Sweet tooth guy. It is time to #get gooey.
What in the frick?
That's
frack.
Icky.
How do I view my liked stuff? View activity? Where's the activity?
Those Peeps.
I guess it's not here. I guess I'm not going to be able to find it. Because I don't think I ever posted one on my story. Maybe I did.
What about him, though?
I just want to show you his videos because they're funny and I think you would like them. Maybe I feel like I've sent some to you before, though.
On what?
Instagram. Before you told me you got rid of it.
Just show me after.
No, I really want to show it on here because it's funny.
Oh.
So go ahead and talk about what you've been watching, and I'm going to look for it. I'm going to find it.
So once again, as always, I have not watched much. I was gonna watch something that came out on Netflix. I never got around to it because I watch a lot of YouTube, a lot of other podcasts and stuff. And one of I sometimes watch Smosh stuff, not all the time, but they have this thing that is kind of newer, Reddit stories. It just won like some award or something. I love those, and like that's what I listened to today. Like when I clean my house and stuff, I don't listen to music. I listen with my headphones on. I listen to like podcasts or people talking. So I listen to these Reddit stories.
Yeah.
So I listened to
Reddit
one
stories.
today, and I really liked it. It's just like problems in people's lives, and then this one was all about updates. So like they would read a story, talk about it, and they would be like, okay, well, we have the answer, or like what they ended up doing.
The second date updates?
No, like an update to the Reddit story.
Oh.
So like if it's like, oh my God, I found my boyfriend doing this or that, and then later it'd be like, okay, this was posted 20 days later, here's their reaction. One of them, a guy, she said he would go into the bathroom for an hour with a stick of butter, and then he would come out without it. And she was like trying to be nice about it, and she would be like, hey, like, where's all our butter? And he's like, I don't know, you must have not bought any. She's like, so like the next time she buys more butter, she's making it a point to be like, I bought 4 sticks of butter. And then she would use like a stick of butter, and she'd be like, I used a stick, now we only have 3 sticks of butter. And then she saw him go into the bathroom for an hour and then come out without it. And so she was like, oh, that's weird. Like, what happened to one of the sticks of butter? Like, I was counting. And he's like, I don't know. Maybe you, like, miscounted. She's like, no. And then calls him out. Long story short, she didn't even want to say what he was doing in there because she couldn't believe it herself.
What was he doing?
She never said, but, like, he was putting a stick of butter up his ass. Like, for sure. Like, he's not in there eating it. And so she left and went to go stay with her parents. And she's like, I'm not sure I can, like, be with someone. Because he was, like, trying to lie about it. And then he eventually, like, came clean. And, like, you know, what the people were saying, they were like, hey, you'll find someone out there that's, like, okay with that or, like, into that, you know. But she, like, couldn't do it. But I'm like, the thing about your butt is, like...
Oh, God.
It, like, shoomp. It'll like suck things in, so that's why like those things will have like a base on them.
Okay.
Your butt will like literally. So
Okay.
I'm like, is the butter just like?
I mean,
or is
probably.
he like holding on to it? Like it's gonna.
I bet it's, and then it melts and he absorbs all the nutrients from it. Like people will like butt chug.
Yeah, or he's using it. It goes in there, it melts, and then it's like all slippery, and then he's putting something else like in there.
I don't even. Why?
I don't know.
I don't like this story anymore. Can we watch the Sweet Treat Guy?
Wait. I have one more. I have a question though. Someone was like, "Oh, just like." She finds out he's eating it. She's like, "Don't eat it. Like you're getting all those calories. Do up your butt or whatever." But I'm like, if it up your butthole, are you still getting those calories? Like, are they still absorbing?
Yeah.
Yeah, as if you ate it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm not. It's not something I'm willing to Google.
I just don't know how long it would go like in and out because it would melt. I don't know. All right, let's. That's what I've been watching. I didn't watch it. They talked about it. Okay, moving on.
Let's see the Sweet Treat Guy.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, I want something light. I just want just something small, nothing crazy at all. Just something light and, you know, just easy to enjoy. So I thought this is quite a small sweet treat just for me. I'll enjoy it. You know, on the top, some beautiful lady made it for me. On the top, it actually says sweet treat. How great is that? Isn't that beautiful? Now I tried to cut it up. That didn't really work, so I'm going to try it the old-fashioned way. This is how they did it back in the day. Ooh. A feisty little bugger. Ready? Wow. That is everything I wanted in a sweet treat. I love it. Thank you to this lady. I can't even talk. That's how much my mouth is full. So today's sweet treat, I thought to myself.
Is he German?
He
like-
does different accents
Oh,
in each
okay.
video.
He's like, just a little sweet treat, just for me. It's a whole cake.
Naughty, 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 naughty. Today's switch is very cheeky. It's the kind of switch that you have and you go, I'm not ready to go. I'm not ready to go for having this sweet treat. Smack my bum. You turn around and you say, oh, look at my bum. Smack me on it. Have a look at it. Doesn't it just look beautiful? What a beautiful sweet to enjoy, maybe a Friday night or a Tuesday morning. Who am I to say what time you'll have this beautiful sweet treat? Shall we try it?
This one reminds me of you.
Oh, it hits the spot, baby. That hits the spot.
Hits the
and I do
spot.
feel naughty. Come and smack my bum. Do you know what I'm saying? I love it. Not today.
He sounds like the caterpillar from Bug's Life.
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
Okay, well, if anybody's seen it, they know what I'm talking about.
But no, I thought that just reminded me of you.
That,
When you're
I like that.
My little sweet treat.
Just a little sweet treat, just for me. Okay, what have you been watching? You've got quite a list here.
I do have quite a list. Let's go over the usuals here. Mm-hmm. The Pit, new episode came out Friday. No, it comes out on Thursday, but I watched it on Friday. Still fantastic as always. Big plot twist this most recent episode. So it was a very interesting ending to that episode.
Nice.
Yep. And then the other night I watched Shrek 2 for the 100th
Classic.
time. The 100th time. I didn't realize how many adult jokes were in that movie until I watched it the other night. They were talking about happy endings. And I was like, wow, they really put that in a kid's movie.
That's like the Grinch. Like, the older I get, the more with Jim Carrey, like, the more I hear, like, these adult things. What's with these green creature movies?
I don't know.
Weird.
And I'm still mad about Shrek 5. I think we talked about that last episode.
Yeah, we did.
I've been watching a lot of YouTube. I'll fall asleep on the couch watching YouTube.
Nice.
Ryan Trahan has been, like, the one that I've been watching the most recently.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who that is.
It sounds familiar.
He does, like, I went to 5 luxury Airbnbs.
Oh, curly blonde hair?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I've watched
Yeah.
some of his stuff here and there, yeah.
Yep. And then, the back of my eyelids has been a very constant,
Yeah, I almost sneezed.
I was watching that not too long ago, actually, because I'll tell that story later, unless
How was it?
we could
How was the
segue
flick?
into it now. And then last night I watched this movie called Heretic.
We were supposed to watch that.
We were. It's an A24 movie. It's actually pretty good.
Is it?
It's really good. I enjoyed it. No spoilers, but she dies at the end.
I don't even know who she is.
Well, it's like it kind of leaves it open to interpretation.
Okay.
But it very much points to she did.
What's that
like-
on?
HBO Max.
Every time I ask that, that's what it is.
That's because that's what I watch the most stuff on for some
That makes
reason. Like nothing good's on Netflix anymore.
Yeah, I've been looking. I'm like,
Peacock has very limited selection on things that I want to watch, except for Twisters, which I watch constantly. Paramount Plus, I only watch Yellowstone stuff on there when it's on there, like the prequels. What else? Yeah, that's the big 4.
Hulu and Disney.
Oh yeah, I watch Disney Plus. Speaking of, I forgot to add this on there. Daredevil Born Again.
Oh, someone was telling me about this at work.
Probably Joey.
No. It was a coworker, and he was like, "Oh, it's so good. Like, there's 2 episodes out or whatever."
First 2 epipisodes came out.
He's like, "It's
Tuesday.
so good." I'm like,
It is. It's
I
really
have a
good.
chat and I hear about it. You too. I'm like, I know.
Because see, I wanted to watch it as soon as it came out, but my brother and my dad had already told them that I would play video games with them. So I was like, okay, I'll just play with them for a little bit and then get off in time to watch 2 episodes before I go to bed. But that meant I had to tell Joey not to spoil it for me because I knew he was watching it in real time. And so...
Because he would get in the chat and just be like, blah, 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 blah.
There's this really cool part in the beginning where... Because, like, Daredevil's blind and all of his senses are heightened, right? And so, like, he's listening. And, like, the frame, it expands and then it narrows in on something that he's listening to. And then it expands back again.
Like black bars?
Yep, like black bars. It's so cool.
That's cool.
I love when they do stuff like that. That just makes me happy. But yeah, that's what I've been watching. I'm sure I've watched other things, but I don't remember.
I went to go back to the back of the eyelids thing and say, this will tie into some other things that we're going to talk about, but I've been falling asleep at like 8 o'clock every night.
Oh, I know, because I'll text you and you won't answer, and I'm like, how is she already asleep? It's only 5 o'clock here.
Before it was like 9:30, and you'd be like, yeah, I always text you and you're asleep. Now it's 8. Like, now, even if you're trying to earlier, it's not going to happen. Like, you're like getting off work, you're like, oh, time to leave. I'm asleep.
That's why your name in my phone is Old Woman.
But I'm getting up at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, not me.
Which means if I go to bed at 9, that's 8 hours. But I'm going to bed at 8. I'm just tired.
9 hours, you know?
I'm just tired, but we're going to talk about why.
Okay.
But I'm just sleepy. So I've been getting a lot of sleep lately.
Just a sleepy girl.
What about you?
What do you mean, what about me?
You've been getting a lot of sleep? What about last night? Are we talking about that?
Let's talk about my sleep schedule. Sure. Okay. Well, this past week, my sleep schedule's been quite awful because I haven't been able to go to sleep till like midnight. And then I've been getting up at like 8 o'clock and leaving at 8:30 to get to work at 9. Like,
that's still 8 hours.
I'm lucky. I know, but it's not what I would like, because I would like to be at work at like 8. But since I make my own schedule and stuff, and you know, I'm in a position like nobody questions it if I'm late to work, because nobody cares. And then like there's other people about like that don't show up till like 9:30 either. But yeah, so that's been my sleep schedule, except for last night. Last night was horrible. So I had finals due Friday at 9 p.m. my time. And so Thursday I was trying to crank them out, and then Friday night I was going to finish them. I had emailed my professor and asked for an extension till Friday at midnight my time, because everybody else on the East Coast gets till midnight their time. And so, you know, that makes sense. It's a fair trade-off.
Yeah.
And so I emailed him and asked him that, and he said, you can have until Sunday at noon.
And you're like, and I will take that.
And I was like, he's like, I hope that helps. And I was like, that helps a lot. Thank you.
Now I can do nothing for 2 more days.
And so, well, actually, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I know.
So Friday, I had an event. I went to the event, and then I had to leave at like 4 or 5 so I could make it to the pharmacy before they closed. And then I was like, well, I could do some schoolwork now. But then I ended up just falling asleep on the couch after eating spaghetti.
As one does. And
As
your
one
belly's
does,
full,
right?
You're like,
Yeah.
the spaghetti nap.
Yeah, nice.
Forget I
spaghetti
said
nap.
that.
I woke up at midnight and transferred to my bed, right? And then Saturday I was supposed... Okay, I really hope no one... Okay. I was supposed to go to this event again.
Wait. Should you say this?
I'm going to say it. I was supposed to go to this event again, but because I had finals,
Hypothetically.
I decided that I would stay home because, like, it was barely anybody there foot traffic wise on Friday, and I had finals that I needed to get done, so I just stayed home. Did I tell you about that? Did I send you the screenshots? And okay. Anyway. And so I kind of did some schoolwork, and then I ended up making dinner, watching Heretic, and then by then it was like 7:30, 8 p.m. almost.
And this was Saturday.
This was Saturday night, right?
Okay.
And so I get to work on some schoolwork. I get 2 assignments done by like midnight, 1 o'clock ish. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed now, wake up and do it in the morning, do the rest of my research paper in the morning to turn in before noon. And so I go lay down on the couch because I'm like, I'm just gonna sleep in the living room. That way I can wake up in the morning,
Be ready.
and get to work.
Yeah.
You know. Well, I ended up scrolling on my phone for a few hours and not being able to fall asleep because I was stressing about, because he said noon, but he didn't specify whether it was noon his time or noon my time. And so I was like, well, crap. If it's noon his time, then I have to have it done by 9 a.m. tomorrow, my time.
Oh, fuck.
And so I ended up just getting up and working on it some more.
Yeah, and it's the middle of the night at this point, right?
Yeah. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to commit to the all-nighter and do this. I ended up taking a nap around like 6, and I was like, I'm just gonna sleep until 6:30.
6 a.m. Sunday.
Yes, 6 a.m. Sunday.
Okay.
So 6 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
So 6 a.m. this morning, I'm like, I'm gonna take a little nap till like 6:30. I fall asleep. I wake up. It's 8 o'clock. And I'm like, well, crap. Now I've only got an hour to finish this. So I rushed through it, finished it. I got it done at 9, turned in at like 9:30 my time. So I'm hoping that the noon was noon my time.
If it's not, you could be like, oh, you didn't say.
Well, you didn't
like,
specify, so
Yeah.
I assumed it was in my time because that's what the original question was about.
Yeah.
But then I saw someone else post a discussion board after I turned my thing in, so I think
oh, you're good.
I think I'm fine.
Yeah.
But now it's just let's see what my grade is in the class type thing. That research paper was not the best. It did not meet the word count. It did not have the right amount of footnotes in it.
I'm sure you're
Grammar
fine.
wise, I think it's pretty good. It's got the correct title page and the correct formatting for the bibliography and the footnotes that I did do, I think. So, but yeah, so, and then
Should
that's
be fine.
I put the topic in here, finals this weekend. Yay, why did I do this to myself? Because I pulled that all-nighter to get it done.
And you even lost an hour, right?
I did. I watched the time change because it was daylight savings. I watched it change from 2 to 3.
Oh,
And
terrible. Terrible.
You texted me this morning, and I responded back, and it was like 4 a.m. something my time.
Yeah, because it was 7 something here.
Yeah, and so you were like, "What are you doing up?"
I did not, because normally I'll text you in the morning, like if it's even during the week, sometimes like I'll text you and I'm like, okay, I won't hear from him for like a few hours because like if I'm up at 5 in the morning, that's still the middle of the night. So I'm like, oh, I'll hear from him in a few hours. And then you responded. I'm like, 6:54. What? Why are you awake? Like if it was like midnight or something your time or 1, I'd be like, okay, that's why he's awake. Or if it was like 6 or 7 in the morning your time, I'm like, okay, but like 4, I was like,
Yep.
He's not up that early, and I don't think
Never.
he's staying up that late.
But
I
in
was
fact,
wrong.
I was in fact
I
staying
was
up that late.
I should have guessed, but I was just like, what the heck?
Yeah, I had somewhere I was going with that, but I don't remember where my train of thought went.
The daylight savings thing?
Oh, yes. And then so like I texted in my family group chat like I think it was like an hour after that said, "Good morning, everyone." But what did I say? Let me pull it up so I can read it because I thought it was funny.
In your family chat, like
In
right
my
after
family
that?
chat, I said, "Good morning, family. Let's get this bread today." And then in parentheses, "I haven't slept tonight."
They were probably worried.
My
But
mom
like
was
first they're worried, maybe you could be sleeping too much. But then if you don't sleep at all, you need to get in the middle. You need to.
My mom was like, "Why no sleep?" And I said, "Well, I have to finish this research paper." I was going to try to get a few hours of sleep, but I couldn't get myself to fall asleep. Mm-hmm. So, and she said, "Oh, well, if you're going to be up all night, might as well be on the shortest night of the year." And then I was like, "Well, wait, why does the time change at 2 a.m. and not midnight?"
Oh, this is what you wanted to talk about. Yeah.
And she was like, "I don't know, just Google it." And so I did.
I must. know.
I'm thinking like me and my mom both were thinking like it was like some sciencey thing. No, it's at 2 a.m. because when daylight savings was introduced, that was the time that would least interrupt the train schedules. Because there were no trains leaving from New York City at 2 a.m.
You know what? Why don't they change it?
Why don't they just get rid of daylight savings?
It's actually not that bad because, like, yeah, when you think about trains or things, like a lot of places will stay open till midnight or, like, bars and stuff till, like, 2.
Yeah.
And then a lot of stuff doesn't start opening, let's say, like, coffee shops, like, no earlier than, like, 4 sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that 2, like, from 1 to, like, 3, that's probably around the time that would be least disturbed.
Yep.
I woke up confused. Because I'm not really like on social media, so normally like you hear people talking about it. I had no idea, and I've been getting up like I fell asleep at like 8 last night, so like my body naturally gets up super early. Even like Saturday, I was up at least by 6. So I woke up today and I look at the clock and it was like 7, and I was like, I slept in. Like, so, like, just because I went to bed at 8, I was thinking I'd get up
Yeah.
at least by 6. And I was like, damn, how did I stay asleep till 7? I didn't notice for so long. Like, I was cleaning my house. I was, like, doing a bunch of stuff. And I swear so much time passed. And I look at the clock in the kitchen. I was like, it's only 8:40? I was like, I have so much day. Like, that is so crazy. Like, I thought, more time passed. So I'm, like, getting stuff done. We're going to talk about why I have family coming to visit. Mm-hmm. And then at one point I look at my phone. I'm like, 10:30? I'm like, it was just 8:40 or whatever. I'm like, no, wait, it was like 2 hours. I'm, like, so confused. And I look over the kitchen. I look over at my phone. I'm like, daylight savings? I had to, like, look it up. I was, like, so confused. And then I was like, oh, I was, like, so happy for, like, an hour that I was, like, so ahead. Like, I was like, oh, my God, I have so much day. And then before I knew it, I was like, fuck, it's, like, 11 now.
Yeah.
And now I'm sad. I was like, I lost an hour. And then I was like, that's why I got up at 7. Mm-hmm. Because it was 6. And I was like, oh.
That's why I got up at 4:30, because it was 5:30.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so mad. Ugh, it's so stupid, but yeah, that just threw me for a loop. Like, I could use that hour right now.
Yeah. Want to hear a funny story? Mm-hmm. I was, so that event I was telling you about on Friday, I had this weird interaction, right? Mm-hmm. So this group of middle schoolers, like, come up to the booth, and they're just like, hey, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in forever. How you doing? And I was like, I don't know you. And like, yeah. And then they like called me some random name. And I was like, that is not me. And then one of the other kids called me a different name. And I was like, oh, they're fucking with me.
Were they really?
Yes. And I was like, what is the appeal in this? To confuse
like,
people? Like, how does that make it? How is that funny?
I don't know. Like, when you're in
they
a
like
group
put their
of
hands
friends
out
like
for me to
that,
like dab them up, and I was like, I don't know you. I'm not gonna.
I don't know why they think that's funny. I don't know. When you're in like a group of kids, especially boys, they're just like, ha 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 ha. And it's
everything is so funny.
It's like a leaf blows in the wind. They're like, oh, look. It's like,
It's like me when I'm drunk.
Or like when someone's high, like everything's funny. I get
Yeah.
that. But I guess middle school boys are just like,
They're high
their
off
brains
life.
are just like drunk and high. I need to talk about something that happened today.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so, well, it kind of goes into this one too. So, wait. Oh, yeah. So there were some things I was trying to do for my little sister. We went to the Billie Eilish concert last year. And so for Christmas, I was going to make her some presents with the confetti. Like, we got confetti from the concert.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't digging around on the ground. A huge chunk fell. We talked about it and landed
Yeah.
on my shoulder. It felt like a rock, and I just went like this and put it in my purse. Like, literally, like a huge, thick, like flat pieces. I just like put in my purse. So I wanted to make her some gifts with it, but like when I went to Texas, I forgot the fucking confetti. So I was like, I'm just gonna have to make this at like some other point. Well, my mom and my sister are coming to visit on Tuesday. And so that's when they get here. So I wanted to have this stuff for her. Mm-hmm. So I did a shadow box.
Okay.
The background, I like, put glue on it and then stuck the confetti to it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put a picture in the middle, and it's going to be in the shadow box. And then I did an ornament, a clear, just like, it's a plastic one, but I like put glue in it and then just like put confetti in it.
Okay.
Because it's just like she'll have that every year.
Yeah.
And then the shadow box. And then I wanted to do something cool, so this is why I was sanding something. I made us necklaces, but I got epoxy and individual like pieces of jewelry. Like I got a chain like from the craft store, like a whole long chain, and I got the little like pliers, and I got like all this stuff to make necklaces, and I shoved confetti in there.
Oh,
So
wow.
it looks bad right now, but and then I put epoxy on it, so that's the side, but it's gonna hang like that, like on the necklace. So I'm sanding it, and I'm gonna like clean it up. That's what I was nail filing, because I don't have
Just
Sandpaper.
go to
Ducky,
the Home
stop
Depot and get some sandpaper.
I didn't want to. I was at the BX. I should have grabbed some. But,
Pretty sure you're on an army base, so it's a PX, but pop off.
oh, yeah. Sorry. Everyone that I talk to, we just say BX. So it's just like PX, BX, or exchange. But anyway, so that's kind of like, hold on, Doc's crying. Hey.
Crying?
Ew. Did he fart? It stinks. So he's whining at the door. So anyway, new hobby. I'm just like jewelry making. I'm like super good at it, and it's kind of fun. So I'm like, that could be a new hobby.
That's your ADHD brain fixating on something. You'll
Yeah, I'll never
have it for a
do
hobby
it
for a
again.
week, and then you'll be like, I'm done with that.
Yeah, I'll never do it again. But so I was having things dry by the window, and then the ornament I was kind of putting it like at the screen, and I like put the screen. The screen was like fell because I'm on the second floor. It fell all the way down to the ground outside. I was like, I didn't go get it or anything. It just like fell out like on the ground, but like. I didn't like push it. I think it was already like popped off a little bit. So I was just placing the ornament, like the open part, because there was a breeze coming in. So I'm like, oh, it'll dry faster.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and like there's a guy that smokes down there, and I was like, imagine he was down there.
You're just like, what the fuck?
I don't know if he was, but like I couldn't go check. But yeah, so I just thought that was so funny. Like the screen's just like, ow. I should probably go get that. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
bring it
remember.
in and then call the maintenance guy, the one that gave you his number when your dishwasher or when your garbage disposal broke and was smoking.
No. I did have to call maintenance, but it was a different guy, a really nice guy. I think I talked about it on
And the other
here.
guy wasn't nice? He gave you his personal cell phone number.
His name's Spencer. No, this other guy, did I talk about it? He had to like, there was like ice like frozen like all my freezer, but like water had like leaked, so it was just like frozen to the bottom, and he was just like like in there, like I felt so bad, but like he had to get to like to fix it, but it's not my fault. It was like leaking. But Doc, he's just crying at the door.
Well, why might he be crying? What's going on with Docky?
He's probably got a shit. Speaking of shit. Well, wait, let me finish this. Okay, so I have upcoming leave. So I just said my mom and my sister are coming. So I'll have some stories for probably not the next one, but the one
the
after.
one after?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll have lots of stories of like where we're going to go, what we're going to do. Lots of fun stuff. So
Oh my God,
stay
it's already
tuned.
4 o'clock? There's no way.
I'm not going to lie. Okay, let's talk about, speaking of Doc. I think he has to shit right now because it smells like farts in here. But we're going to have to pause because I think he has to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
And when we come back, I'll tell you why I urgently need to take him. Yeah, we'll get into that.
All right, welcome back. So you went to go take Doc out, and I
Yes.
said, that's fine. I'm going to go get a drink.
Yes.
And so I got up to go get a drink, got to my kitchen, turned around, and went back and went laid on the couch.
Oh, I thought you meant poop.
I kind of had to go poop too. There's like an internal debate there. Do I go to the couch? Do I go to get a drink, or do I go poop? I ended up on the couch.
So,
Story of my life. There was
I
one night recently actually where I got up and I was like, it's bedtime, but I need to get a shower, but it's bedtime. And I just stood there like in this corner because like my bathroom's right here and then my bedroom door's right here. And I'm just standing here in this corner like, I need a shower, but I want to go to bed. But I need a shower. But I want to go to bed. I
I'll
just stood
lay
there
in the shower.
for a solid just few minutes just standing there like, I don't know which one to do right now. I ended up getting a shower. Like I went to my room, got clothes, and got a shower.
Okay, good. Good.
But because I
Dilemma.
don't like to be stinky, but I still had that like there was like an internal struggle that night where it's like, what do I do? There's 2 doors. Which one do I go through?
Door A or door B?
It's like, let's make a deal.
Yeah.
But anyway, what were we talking about again?
Oh, so Doc.
You-
So I texted Justin just now, and I was just like, we had to stop mid-pod for Doc to take a dump. And then he's like, it's good. He's pooping consistently. He said, Seth does too. That
How
was
does he know?
his response. I don't know. He was here, like, when you guys met. I feel like, did you poop a lot? And then I usually say, like, oh, I'm waiting, says pooping. Or, like, we had a pause, says pooping. So he's probably just picked up on it.
It's true. I do poop regularly. I poop at least once a day. Sometimes I wake up.
Everyone should poop at least once a day.
Sometimes I wake up with I don't wake up with stomach. Like, I'll wake up and I'll get on the road and then suddenly I'll get stomach cramps on the way to work. And it's like a 30-minute drive. And every time this happens, there's more traffic than any other day. And so I'm sitting here trying not to shit myself, pull into the parking lot, sprint inside, and go to the bathroom is first thing I do. There's one time I nearly did not get my pants off in time before it just started spilling out of me.
Jesus.
Yeah.
My story starts with, like, I was texting people. I have never been so excited to see poop in my life. So let me explain why.
I want to know why.
My whole week, I'm like, what happened this week? I had
Apparently.
I had so much freaking anxiety over Doc. Okay, so Doc, his little history, right? He's got a lot of issues. He's got seizures. He's a lot of work. And if you don't watch him, he gets into shit. Like, now when I think we've talked about it on here. When I leave for work now, he has to go in his crate because he's, like, getting into stuff. In his past, he has had 3 surgeries to get things removed from his bowels because he just swallows things whole. No matter what you try to hide and keep from him, he finds something to swallow. It's just weird. So I know how this goes. So Tuesday was a normal day. He poops that evening. It wasn't a lot, but I was like, okay, pooped, whatever. Wednesday, take him out. He didn't poop. Sometimes he poops and doesn't, whatever, right? Usually, homeboy poops every time I take him out. Like, he's just like, I'm here, let me just squeeze one out, whatever. Puts him in his crate, go to work, come home, projectile vomit everywhere. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, he just threw up. Like, I didn't know his stomach hurt. And so he's just throwing up and throwing up and throwing up. And I take him outside. He's just eating grass, which usually makes him throw up. That's what dogs do. He, like, pees, but, like, not pooping, is just throwing up. And then still kind of eating. Like, I'm giving him, like, chicken broth and, like, trying to keep it, like, light for him. Because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. He needs to, like, reset. So Wednesday, he throws up a lot. Like, my whole rug, and Wednesday night, like, this rug under my bed is going to the dumpster. There's so much throw up on it. I'm not even exaggerating how many. At least, like, 12 different spots of throw up. So I'm throwing it in the dumpster. That's what the Amazon package is.
Oh, it's a new rug?
A new rug, like, all rolled up yet. So that was Wednesday. And I was like, oh, shit. I feel like he got something stuck. And this is, like, a whole surgery, like, a whole, like, staples up the stomach and, like, 2-week thing, like, of him to get better till the staples come out. Like, it's terrible. Thursday comes around. He's not interested in eating, which means he's not taking his meds for his seizures. He doesn't even want food. He's, like, not really vomiting because there's nothing to vomit anymore. But he's drinking lots of water and going pee still. So that's why he is alive. And I'm like, shit. So Thursday evening, I take him to his vet. Like, I called Wednesday and was like, this is what's going on. He has a history. Thursday evening after work, or it was like 4:15 appointment. I got up early to take him. They do an x-ray. They do blood work. $700 worth of crap, right? They're like, oh, well, we can't really see an obstruction with, like, an x-ray or, like, labs, like, nothing. And I'm like, they're like, we normally do an ultrasound, but they only come on Mondays. And I'm like, why did you even let me pay for all these things if you knew, like, an ultrasound could see it? Like, send me somewhere with an ultrasound. Why did you make me sit here? Like, all that done, and it told us nothing. So I paid for all of that. Literally left no answers. Doc's still not eating. And, like, not wanting to walk, no energy, like, not like himself. Won't even, like, jump on the couch. And I'm like... So then Friday morning, I tell work, I'm going to come in late. They were fine. I was like, I have to take him to an ER, like a pet ER that has an ultrasound. I go to the one that they told me to go to, and I looked it up online, that has an ultrasound. Friday morning, Doc's acting normal. He wants to eat, he's energy, but has not pooped since Tuesday. And I'm like, I'm still going to take him. Like, whatever. I'll get the ultrasound. I just want to make sure there's nothing in there. I go to this place and wait 3 hours for them to tell me their ultrasound tech only comes like every other day. And they had already called for a different patient and they can't come that day. And I'm like, when I walked in, I told the receptionist what I needed. I told the like tech that came in to do vitals that I needed an ultrasound. The doctor popped her head in really quick, asked what we needed. And I said ultrasound. And she was like, okay, like I've got one more person ahead of you. I'll be right back. It's going to be a little bit of a wait. 3 hours later, she comes in and I tell her like what I already told her. We already got an x-ray. We need an ultrasound. She's like, oh, I wish like I had remember you saying that sooner because, and I'm like, so they didn't charge me anything and they let me like go. Cause she was like, we could just do another x-ray. I'm like, so I leave and I just go home and I just go to work by like lunch. And I'm just like, cause he's acting normal. So I'm like, this is just so annoying because I have family coming. Like I need him if he's going to have a surgery because we're supposed to be going to like New Jersey and like New York for like 2 days. So I was going to put Doc in his little school. But I'm like, if he's got staples up his stomach, he's got to come with us.
Yep.
So we got to, you know, the hotel we were going to stay at anyway has, you know, you can bring pets, but I just wanted to know ahead of time. So now I'm like trying to get him his surgery, not when they're here. Cause like that's where my brain goes. Cause he's never acted like this and it not been an obstruction.
Yeah.
Normally he poops him out, but like, so then Friday, I feed him a tiny bit that evening because I'm like, he's acting normal. Like he's starving. He wants to eat. He's like 100. He's acting 100% normal. Feed him a little bit, not a lot. I'm only giving him little bits of food. He's drinking a lot of water, and he's fine. Because I'm like, he's gonna throw it up. Because if he's not pooping, it's just sit. It's got to come out some way. Saturday morning, I get up, normal, happy, like just a normal dog, and I'm like, so I feed him a normal scoop size. And I'm like, this is going to come out one way or another. Like, but he's not acting sick. So I'm like, you know, he hasn't been pooping, but he hasn't really eaten since Tuesday. So I'm like, okay, maybe. Every time I take him out, Saturday, no poop. No poop. Like, everything is writing on this poop. My mom's like, can I book the hotel? I'm like, I need to see poop. Like, literally. So I'm like still worried. Saturday night, feed him a big scoop. This morning, Sunday morning, feed him a big scoop. I'm like, it's at some point he's got to start hurting because I'm giving him full scoops of food. So I'm like, he's either gonna throw up, or we're gonna go back to a different ER that has it, or he's gonna poop. So this morning, I took him on a long walk. I'm like, we're doing a long ass one. I'm even like running a little bit because I'm like, I need to get that out because I'm like, this is a good sign he's feeling okay. And then I see those little back feet start to like tuck under, you know, when a dog's gonna like poop, it like starts to, and I was like, and I'm like, if people saw me out there, they probably thought I was crazy, but I was like, and I was like, don't scare him. But I was like, and then turds. And I was like, and it was like huge, like 2 huge turds like this. And it was cold this morning, like 30 degrees, and they were steaming.
It's because they've been sitting inside of him
And I
for
was
weeks.
like, yes. Right there, that's why I said I've never been so excited to see poop. Like, I was literally like, oh my God. People probably thought, like, what is wrong with her? But, like, this means, like, he can go to his school and, like, all, like, I don't have to worry anymore. Like, poop. I'm so happy. So, all of that being said, it was an obstruction. He doesn't need surgery. I'm still keeping an eye on him, but he's fine now.
He may have just had, like, the doggy flu.
You know what I think it is I got a rotisserie chicken from Costco.
Okay.
On last Sunday, I think.
You think it's food poisoning?
Hear me out. When I ate the chicken from that rotisserie chicken, like in a taco, that night I was up, like with like, like stomach pains, which is like doesn't happen. Like if I have a stomach ache, I'll just be like, but I was like almost cramping. It was hurting so bad, and I gave him a little bit of that chicken. So I'm like, that's the only thing I can think of where I was in pain. And then Justin was like, imagine what it did to him if like you were really hurting from it. I was like, did I just like fuck him up? So I'm like,
Costco food poisoned your dog, and that's the title of the episode.
I'm like, I can't get a rotisserie chicken from there anymore. But when we paused this episode really quick, I had to take him out. 3 logs in the back. 3 poop logs. Heck yeah.
Still no obstructions.
No obstructions. Like, he is dumping. Also, I got the screen. It fell on the AC like system, like the people's window. It fell. It was like this, like on their AC thing, and I was like, I'm like trying to grab it. I'm like scraping their window. They're probably like, who the fuck? And then look at this stick I found. So I was thinking of doing s'mores when my sister was here, but I don't have those sticks, and I was like, this is a thought I had hours ago. I was like, oh, we can just find sticks. So when I was walking out there, I was like, oh, that's a good s'more stick.
I feel like I'm on the phone with a toddler.
Okay.
He's like, let me show you everything I just got from outside. Here's a boulder. Here's a little rock. Here's a stick.
That ass, like, I'm walking Doc around like this. I'm just carrying this, like, walking around.
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
People are probably like, what the fuck is she doing? I'm like, okay, so my screen fell out and I found a cool stick. Like,
sue me.
Sue me. So this week I've been like, I think I texted you about it. Like, I was crashing out so bad. Like, I think one night I couldn't even, I know I said I've been falling asleep at like 8, but like my heart, I haven't felt really bad anxiety in a long time. And I think I want to say it was Wednesday or Thursday night. And it was hurting so bad in my chest. I was like, just because everything, you know, like I have never gone through one of Doc's surgeries like alone too. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm here alone. I got to take him to that. And then like, I got to watch him and I'd have to like carry him up and down the stairs. But, I'm so thankful. Like, I used to get so annoyed when he'd poop on our walks. I'm like, I have to get this poop and throw it away. And now I'm like, I'm so grateful for poop.
It's like a reward.
The title. Quote, I'm so thankful for poop.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, you talk now, because I've been yapping for a minute.
You know, speaking of...
I was about to bite my stick.
of your anxiety...
Uh-huh.
I finally went to the doctor for mine.
Uh-huh.
And after a few appointments... I'm sorry.
And...
I mentioned earlier that I had to go to the pharmacy, and that was so I could pick up anxiety medication.
Hold on, I can't. I gotta clap into the mic.
Can we just play the clapping thing?
No. Just layer mine like 20 times. And the editor, layer mine clapping.
Editor is going to do the least amount of work possible because editor would like to go to bed.
Just copy the sound and just like...
I'm tired.
Okay. Fair enough.
But yeah, so I'm on Zoloft, or so it's called.
I've heard of that one. I think that's like a popular...
It's a very common one, yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. I'm excited for you as someone who is on anxiety medication.
Yeah.
That changed my freaking life. I'm very excited for you because I just know it's going to be really good for you moving forward. But like...
Until I get the diarrheas every day.
I like a little diarrhea every once in a while.
I already have it.
And don't quote me on that. But like this, you know, sometimes certain drugs like don't work for people. So like this one could be like, this isn't doing it, or I'm having these side effects, and you just move on to the next one. And like,
yeah,
you know, it's like trial and error. Like mine didn't work. I had to up it after a few weeks, and then like here I am now. But like truly, the way I was living before, I thought was so normal, but I was just like, I didn't realize how much like internal suffering I was doing when I was just like, people, that's not fair that people just like feel like this.
Yeah.
So like, I'm excited for you to experience that. You have to update us.
I will. You know, I will. Maybe.
If you want to, of course.
Also, on Tuesday, how'd you know?
I don't know. I just highlighted what he was about to say in the show notes. I knew it.
I am taking a trip to Montana.
Nice. For what?
Finally. So there's like it's like the middle of the fiscal year, like meeting with all of the recruiting stations. and I have to give like a class on one of the days on
Class
digital
on what?
engagement.
Oh.
So like social media. And I've been thinking about how to do it, but I'm also like, I really want to open up with like a video, like a funny skit or something. But all the skits that would apply to digital engagements would only be funny to me because I work in that world, and these guys just kind of like passively do it. And also, they're like staff NCOs, so like a lot older. And I'm like, I don't know if like the target demographics of the videos that I want to play are the same of, you know, I think it's funny, they're gonna think it's funny type thing. So I'm just like, so how do I engage them?
It's important. It's good. It's important. I just taught this, but like to know your audience, or
Yeah,
else
'cause
like
it's not like
going to
the-
land.
Yeah, like whereas you have a lot of younger, brand new service members that you teach, those videos are perfect for like getting them engaged. But once you start talking to more senior leaders and things like that, like
Yes.
you have to find a different approach.
That would
to
be tough
engage
because
them.
I can just be like myself.
Yeah,
Because I feel like I'm on the cusp of like I can do the millennial humor, and then like Gen Z. Like I still get like that's like so yeah. It's pretty easy. I'm trying to think like if I were to teach for like to older, I would feel super like intimidated and like not
like the actual
cutesy, not demure because
the
they
actual
wouldn't
class
get it.
portion I'm really like excited about, and I really have some important things that I do need to talk to them about, like posting AI photos on an official government page. That definitely did not happen. Things like that, like rules and regulations that they just haven't been made aware of, that I need to make them aware of. So I'm excited about the actual class portion, but like the getting them engaged at the beginning, I'm like, I'm struggling. How do I figure that out?
So-
for talking to people who are older than me and more senior than me.
I would have you. You've probably seen this because they showed at MCF the picture of. Is it the National Guard or something, or Army National Guard, posting in front of a casket, and it says, "We put the fun in funeral."
No.
I use that, I think, when teaching a class like that, and I put it up there, and I just let everyone look at it, and they're like, and I'm like, "What are your thoughts on this?" And they're just like, and I'm like, "This is real," and they're like, "Who posted that?" And I'm like, "This is why we need like these classes, because there's people that don't understand." Like, so that is a good way to start it, because it's literally so terrible to see. You're just like, how could someone actually post this?
The Wisconsin National Guard.
Like, actually, how? It is so bad.
Oh, where's the photo? I want to see it.
It is so bad.
Where's the actual post? I don't see it. You're gonna have to send that to me. I might use that.
I was just about to say, I can. It's like kind of blurry because it's like a screenshot off of Instagram, and it's like old photo, like old
Yeah.
Instagram. But I can find it because it took me a while to find like a clean screenshot of it.
So I found like the photo that they posted, but I don't see like the actual post.
Yeah, it'll have like the post, and then it's like hashtag fun or something, like something crazy. You're like, what are you doing? I have it in a PowerPoint somewhere, but that could be
Yeah.
a good way.
That could be a good one to
Just if you're curious, but maybe it's in social media and strategy and posting.
You should send that to me. Send that whole slideshow to me.
This is someone else's, but I can send you mine. Wait, did I teach this lesson? I'll find it and send it to you.
Send
Remind
me
me
what
after.
PowerPoints you have, because I'm
Nobody
trying
cares
to
about that.
I have to hodgepodge it together before, because I leave on Tuesday to drive, and then I give the class on Thursday.
Okay.
So, but Wednesday I'll be attending like the other classes and stuff and taking photos and things. So, but yeah, I'm going to Montana.
Very exciting.
Also, I have been in a bidding war since last night.
Ah, finally we're getting to this.
So this is in the show notes as Hunt for a Record. Still searching. So like there is this Noah Kahn album that I desperately need, but it just like doesn't exist anymore. It's like sold out everywhere. So I found a copy on eBay last night. 6 days left to bid. The current bid was at like 25. So I was like, okay, I'll bid. Let me pull up the bidding history here.
I have another really bad photo too that I could show you.
So I was like, I'll bid 36. You've been outbid. Okay, well, 37. What's $1 more? I'm in the lead, right? This guy, it's me and this one other guy, all last night. He's like, oh, 38. And I was like, okay, well, guess what? I'll go up to 40. And he goes, oh, well, 41. And I was like, how about this? I'm going to set my limit to 65. So just keep bidding for me up until 65. So I'm in the lead at 65. Home Slice said, nah, I want that more than you. And I said, okay, $80.
Mic drop.
I thought it was done. No. This man said, 81.
You're like, that's crazy.
So it's like,
Because
okay.
it would have just kept jumping up. That's so annoying.
And I was just like, okay, 85. Cool. He said 86.
Oh my God, that's so annoying.
And I was like, you know what? I'm committed at this point.
87.
91.
Oh.
I think I set my max to like, I set my max to like, oh wait, no, last night, 85. I was winning 85 last night.
When is it over?
In like a week. In 6 days, 2 hours, and 32 minutes.
Sometimes
think
these
I'm winning.
people are just trolling you, and you need to wait until like the last minute to like bid.
I'm here at $85 winning last night, right? And I'm like, cool. We're going to sit at 85. Hopefully nobody outbids me this afternoon. Or was this morning? A new guy. There's a new player. A new challenger approaches. 90. I said, huh? 91.
God. Oh, nice.
And he was like, guess what? 92. I said, okay. 93.
Stop.
'Cause at this point, it's a lot of money, and I'm just like, I'm gonna inch now. I'm not gonna,
Jump.
keep going by foot. Yeah, keep jumping like that. He's like, 84. But
Or 94.
94. Oh,
Yeah.
shoot, I've been outbid.
No.
This guy.
God, you stress me out with that.
Should I bid 95?
Live on air? Do it.
Nope, I bid 95, and he immediately outbid me because he had his set to a higher bid.
Ugh. I'm sending you one photo. This
Tell
isn't
me
the
why.
one, but
Tell me why I can find the signed copy of the non-deluxe version of this album for cheaper than the deluxe version of this album. Unsigned version is more expensive just because it has more songs and it doesn't have as many copies available.
damn. I don't know if I've ever bid on anything on eBay.
Oh, I've not ever won a bid, but I do be bidding. You know what I'm saying?
Just for funsies? I
'Cause
kind of want to do that. That's fun. New
'Cause
hobby.
eventually it's just like, it's too high, but I'm always scared that's going to get, like, I have to set a limit of like, okay, this is a reasonable price I would pay for this. Mm-hmm. Because if I just keep bidding for fun, who's to say that the other person is just going to stop and suddenly I'm stuck with a $500 bill that I can't front. Mm-hmm. Right? So
That's true.
there's that. Also, while we're still on the topic of music, I've got a lot of music things to talk about.
Oh, do you?
There is Kanye news.
Possibly good.
There was being a Kanye fan is like the most insane roller coaster that you could ever be on.
Yeah.
And last like updates I've had on him to people was like, I don't support him anymore. I'm not a Kanye fan anymore. Like, I'm over it. Still follow him on social media, of course, like one does, because honestly, at this point, to me, it's just kind of funny to watch him troll. But last night, he made a post, and I freaked out for a solid 10 minutes over it. Sunday service, his church service and choir, is set to come back on March 16th.
Ooh, okay.
And so I was freaking
Sunday.
out because I love Sunday service choir, like their music.
Yeah.
And then there's part of me that's like, well, maybe he's coming back to the faith. Doubt it. Maybe. Who's to say? Right? And so he posts that. And then later this morning, I get on Instagram, it's that post is still on his story, but he had also posted it on his feed. But this morning, that post was removed from his feed and replaced with I think I'm going to wear this outfit today. And can you guess what the outfit was?
No, I actually cannot.
A pointy hat. White pointy hat. Like that outfit.
That is not even possibly good news.
And so I wrote that possibly good news before that happened. Like I wrote that last night about the Sunday service thing. And that's why I'm like, it's the most intense roller coaster one can be on.
What's wrong with him?
There's a joke within the Kanye fandom that's like, we're so back or it's so over. And last night I was like, we're so back. And now I'm like, it's so over again. Yeah.
No, that is just bizarre. I don't
Yeah.
get him. I really don't. I mean, I don't think anybody should try to, but like...
Honestly, I think either he has some sort of personality disorder.
Yes, he definitely does.
He's rage baiting to get more attention to himself because he's not as popular as he once was.
Yes, but like you can't be posting. You know what I mean? Like no matter what, you can't. So like he's got to
could be a
have
mix
some
of the two.
mental illness definitely plays, or like, yeah, like he's
But-
like going senile.
Mans is, just doing what he wants, I guess.
He's like, let me add a little bit of spice. What other music stuff? Is that this?
Yep. Okay, so those are just two artists that I've been listening to a lot recently.
Okay.
They honestly sound nothing alike. They are not the same genre at all. But I put them together because they're just two music artists that I've been really listening to a lot.
Okay.
One of them is called Sunday, but it's spelled Sondae because that's like his name.
Okay. I thought you just put that for shits and giggles.
No, it's like so his music is like kind of mellow Christian music. Really good. And then Cam Whitcomb, who I don't know if you know who that is, but he is like a country-ish artist. He was on American Idol. We listened to him on the way to Slim Chickens and Target.
Okay, that's why I'm like, sounds really familiar.
But he just had a new song come out. And it is phenomenal.
Is that what it's called?
No, the song is just really good.
Wait, what's that one joke that I always repeat? Oh, unbelievable.
I wasn't going to say it because I didn't want to hear it again.
I know, I'm not. I just couldn't remember it. Now I'm going to make this one. You're going to say that. I'm going to be like, is that the name of it? This is our new one.
The name of the song is called Options.
Okay.
And I'll play a little snippet from it.
Yeah, no copyright strike. Don't want demonetization. Why can't I say that I like it. You might have to cut some of that.
No, I think we're good.
I like it. Wait, why can't I say monetization? That's
Mon.
Mon.
Repeat after me. Mon.
Mon.
I.
I.
Te.
Te.
Ze.
Zay.
Shun.
Shun.
All together now. Monetization.
Poo poo pee pee. You knew. I literally went like not even close. That was good. I liked it.
Do you want to tell a story, or do you want me to go over my last topic real quick?
Go over your last topic. I'm graying some of these out because they're just kind of whatever. But I have two little things down here I want to talk about. I'm assuming this is yours.
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, and then I have two positive notes to kind of end on.
Okay. So this might sound weird to a lot of people. I'm sure you read it and were like, why?
No, I understand you.
Why would you miss that?
No, I completely get you. So it makes sense to me.
Whatever. Anyway, and so the topic that I want to discuss is I miss tornado season. And I don't know why.
The tornadoes that like kill and destroy.
Listen. I missed
It's
this
okay.
season.
It can be nostalgic.
So tornado season, I've always been like a huge fan of thunderstorms. Mm-hmm. And not like the rain that's here is just
blah.
It's just rain.
Yeah.
But a thunderstorm, there's a little bit of excitement, a little bit
Got
of
a little
adrenaline,
pizzazz. It's got a little pizzazz.
It's got the lightning.
A little pling. And a little zip and a zap.
And some in the thunder.
And a whoosh. And a bam.
But I think it might be like the adrenaline rush of the tornado sirens going off or the warnings on our phones and having to run to the closet and hide.
Yeah.
Like there was one time I was on leave. I don't remember what it was for. It may have been it was either a wedding or birthday or something, but I was home on leave and it was tornado season-ish, right? And so I'm supposed to drive back this next day. Mm-hmm. So I'm like all packed up, ready to go. That night, tornado warning. And so I spent like part of my last night home on that leave trip.
Yeah.
In a closet.
It's definitely nostalgic, I think, for you.
I agree. Maybe that's part of it because
nothing, like you don't have bad memories tied to it. It's always like adrenaline, and you're like you're home. So like those are the kind of like memories you have tied to it.
Because however many like tornado warnings we've ever had, knock on wood, none have hit anywhere where I'm from.
I'm gonna knock on wood too.
There was a town really close by that got hit a few years and years ago, but nowhere I've ever lived has gotten hit.
Yeah.
And so I think that's also partly why I like the movie Twister so much. But like I just miss like that thunderstorm and deep dark rain. Like it's like almost like it looks like it's almost like night outside type of rain. The thunder that's rolling and then the lightning.
I like to think of it like a storm with like personality.
Like,
you know, like it's like a storm with like a personality.
Yeah.
That's
but like
how
when
I
you wake up the next morning and everyone's like, "Did you hear that loud crack of thunder last night? It sounded like someone shot a cannon by our house."
And you're like, "Oh my god, it woke me up!" Or like,
and we're all like, "Yeah, we all woke up by it and all this." And so like, I don't know. I just really miss tornado season.
And then there's that one person that's like, "Slept through it, didn't hear a thing." Always.
It stormed last night. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Yeah, there's always.
Is that
one.
why there's limbs out on the road right now?
Like the biggest crash that like shakes the whole house, and they're like, "Slept through it." Didn't hear a thing. It's like, okay. Okay, pick me. I'm just kidding.
But like it's been forever since I've been home for an entire like tornado season.
Yeah.
Or like those thunderstorms. And so I don't know, I just can't wait to go back to that.
One day you'll be
329
there. Back in
days.
The craziness. Not the countdown.
329 days.
We should start naming our podcast like the days, counting down.
Counting down the days. But yeah, that was my topic, and I got really passionate about it. I wanted to talk about it last week, but I completely forgot in the midst of all the chaos of my life. So
yeah,
I figured I could bring it up here.
That's good. I'm glad you talked about it. I have something to talk about that I'm passionate about.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's
definitely not working out.
It is. Okay, I'm not like passionate about it. Okay, so how many times have I talked about my health journey and blah 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 blah, right? I talked about it last episode.
Of your health journey.
Yeah, and I was like still good and motivated. Well, I'm happy to report I'm still good and motivated. I'm working out numerous times a week. I'm still in a calorie deficit. I'm doing really, really well. So like I didn't go to the gym today. I took today as a rest day. So I'm still trying to, but I'm still in a calorie deficit. So
must be nice.
From when I started, I think I'm down. It's like fluctuating depending on when I like weighed myself and stuff, but like 2 pounds.
Okay.
And it's not really about losing weight. It's just about having energy, feeling stronger, like those sorts of things. And I feel like I already feel that. And so, yes, I fall asleep at 8 p.m., which is 8:01 right now. But like I get up in the morning. Yeah, I get up in the morning. Like I worked out before work and I've got energy like all day. I'm like killing it at work, come home, still work out. Like, just feeling really good, and it's going longer than when I normally like fall off. So, and then once I'm starting to see a little bit of results, and now I'm really starting to like that motivation is like, I think
it's growing.
It's growing. It's getting harder for it to like fall off, and like I'm making it a habit too. Like it's becoming part of my life. So, yeah, I'm really excited. It feels really good. I hope I keep it up. It's nice to talk on here because it's kind of like holding me accountable. Like I come on here the next week and be like, fuck, I fucked up. You know?
We're so proud of you.
So yeah, there's that. And then, lastly, a new game came out recently.
Okay. Like a video game?
Yes, called Split Fiction. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I think I saw a trailer for it when it was announced.
Yeah, it's from the makers of It Takes Two. So it's like a 2-person work together like co-op game. Mm-hmm. And I played It Takes Two, which is really fun. So me and Justin got it today, and we were playing this afternoon, like early afternoon.
So that's why you said I'm going to the store, but then you didn't go to the store for like an hour.
No, said I was going to the store, but I was getting ready to go to the store. And then I had to take Doc out and feed him.
I wasn't mad because I was waiting for my food to arrive, and then I started a movie.
You said that, and then, that reminds me. Did I bring it in here? Oh, I did. So I went to the PX, whatever, before going to the commissary to get this wired controller.
Okay.
Because I'm playing the game on my PC, but like normally PC is like fine for all the games I've been playing, but like for this one, it's so hard. I feel like all my fingers like stretch on the thing, and I'm like run, sprint, jump, dash, and I can't. And like Justin's just like on the other side like waiting, and I'm like I can't get over there. And then at one point there was like these sandworms trying to get me, and I'm like I can't run because I got to turn. I was getting so frustrated, like literally was like slamming my keyboard.
Oh my
Crazy.
God.
I know. I'm just getting like mad at myself because I'm like it's just frustrating me. But I'm having a blast. I get it now. When boys are always like, ugh! I'm like, why are you playing if you're so mad? And now I get it. I'm literally like, I'm like smashing the keyboard, and then I'm like, I'm having so much fun. So Justin told me to pick up one of these because it recommends it for the game.
Okay.
And he's got a PC, and he like, plays with this. So this was only $25. He's like, just get, the cheapest one. So he said it's going to make it easier for me to play. But so far the game, like a lot of the games I play, right, like Raft or like Lethal Company or even like Fortnite and stuff, I'm like, oh, cool game, blah, blah, blah. You're running around, you're doing things. This game, when you enter a new area and it's different scenery, like I'm like, whoa. Like I never do that in games. Like I'm like, whoa, look how cool, or like look where we are, or I'm like, what's that? Like it's really cool. I'm like, look at our outfits, or it's just I really, really like the graphics of it. So it's just hard for me to get into like a really good game. So I just want to talk about that. So that's kind of all I'm passionate about right now. I kind of want to play right now, but
well, it's technically only 7. If you think about it.
Yeah, because I'm not really that tired. No, I got to see if Justin can get on. No. I have things I need to get done. I already played for, I think, like 2 hours.
I have a lot of laundry to do tonight and the dishwasher to run and spaghetti to make again. Well, I'm not really hungry. I had a really big lunch at like 1:30 too.
I didn't eat dinner. I'm starving.
Ooh, make yourself some paschetti.
I'm going to make a salad.
That goes with spaghetti.
Because I'm a health girly.
Okay, good for you.
I got protein coffee at the... I don't know. It's like a protein shake, like powder, and you like shake it up and like... It's probably going to be gross, but I also got whipped cream, and I... Don't clip that before we started. I don't know. The back of my ear itches.
Okay, well, thanks
That's
for
a wrap.
yapping with us. That's a yap.
That's a yap. That's it.
Is that
that's
it?
a yap.
It only took us how many episodes to get there?
8? Wait, what did we start?
18.
8.
Since we started it as the Yapaholics, this is our 19th episode.
And that's a yap.
And that's a yap. Bye. Bye.